Hey guys, how's it going? Shinobi here, and welcome back to another installment of how to become a gaming YouTuber. This is going to be the third part, and it's going to be called Getting More Views. In the past, I've talked about part 2 and part 1. You can go back and look at those. Those are important, essential things that you need to know before getting to this point. But this part right here, I've done the most research on. I really spent a lot of time just learning everything you need to know about getting more views, because you want your channel to grow, right? And if your channel's not growing, then you're just sitting there in purgatory and nothing's really happening. So what I've decided to do is, because this is going to take a lot of time to explain a lot of different things that are really going to help you out in becoming a YouTuber, I'm going to split this up into 2 parts for this getting more views part. So this part will be the 3rd video that I've put out total, then I'll have a 4th video, and then the 5th one is going to be when you actually do get partnered, how to get partnered, and everything like that. So make sure you're subscribed for that one coming out, and make sure you go back and check those other 2. There'll be annotations on the screen for the other parts. So let's get into it, and here we go. Now on YouTube, there are so many things that you as a YouTuber can do to actually increase your views. And it's not just sitting there hoping and waiting that people are going to just watch your videos. There's a lot of things you can do, and I'm going to explain those to you. The first one I want to talk about is the title of your video. When you do make a video and you're done editing, you worked really hard like we've talked about in the past couple videos about getting to that point. Now that you've actually made a video and you're ready to put it out there, you need to know, what's the title going to be? Well, in my opinion, you need to pick a title that is going to grab people's attention. You have to think about it this way. When people look at videos on YouTube, they have a recommended feed where they can see recommended videos. There's a bunch of videos on the side. There's videos that are recommended when they're watching other videos. There's a lot of ways that people can actually see your video, but you want to get them to click the video. And in order to do that, the title is going to be probably 50% of the biggest part on getting people to click on the video, because it's going to explain to people what your video is about, and you want it to be as interesting as possible when you're coming up to making your video and having your title. You can't just have a title so simply like Black Ops 2 gameplay footage. If you just have something so basic like that, there's so many thousands of those on YouTube. You gotta stand out, and the only way to get more views is to stand out on YouTube, especially as the years are going by, that YouTube is getting more and more and more popular, and there's thousands of YouTubers now. So you really need to make your title stand out, and I'm gonna give you some kind of help on doing that. So off the top of my head right now, a great example that I can give you for making a great title on your video is going to be probably the first video that I ever had that got over 100,000 views. Now at the time I only had about 2,000 subscribers, so getting 100,000 views is practically like going viral for a small channel like I had. And that video was how to make 100,000 gold per day in World of Warcraft. So when people actually saw that title, they went, wow, that's a lot of gold. How could I make that much gold? So it really drew them in and made them want to watch the video. So they saw the video on someone else's page, or they saw it on the home page, or wherever they saw it. To get them to click it, I made that title. Now, it wasn't lying or anything like that, and that's important too. You can't lie in your title. What I pretty much did in that video is I made a really good farm route, and I made a really good step-by-step way on people to make a lot of gold in Cataclysm, and they went and looked, and they said, you know, okay, you get about 5,000 gold per hour doing this. If theoretically you did this in a 24-hour period, then, you know, boom, you could make over 100,000 gold in one day. The thing with that is that if I were to make it a little bit different in that title and go, for instance, how to make 5,000 gold per hour, it really changes the whole look on the video, because it doesn't look as flashy anymore. By putting those big numbers up there like 100,000 gold and just kind of really showing the full potential of your video, you're gonna urge people to come in and click your video. So keep that in mind for any video that you put out there. I mean, don't steal my idea, don't use that same thing that I use, but be very creative about it. When you're putting a video together and you know what your video is about, you want to really just pull people in with the best kind of titles that you can do. And that's a very important part on gaining more views, because you need them to click your video and they need them to watch your video in order for you to get views. Now the other part of your video that is going to pull people in and make them want to watch your video is going to be the thumbnail. Now the thumbnail is, if you don't know what it is, it's a small picture that you see with the title when you go and you're looking on the internet for videos to watch. The thumbnail is going to pull people's attention in because it's going to really catch their eye. A lot of people, they respond more to pictures than they do respond to words. There's two types of ways of thinking psychologically. Is some people think, through words, and some people think through images. And that's how it goes. That's why YouTube has designed this, where they give you that option to put a thumbnail there, because it really just, if you have a really great title and a really great thumbnail, you're probably going to get your video seen. And that's the most important part, is getting it seen, and then after that is making them stay. Now when you're making the thumbnail, it follows the same rules as a title, except a thumbnail can be a secondary title as well. So you want to describe to the people what kind of video your video is, and you only have so much room in a title, because if you look on a video you can only see like the first like two lines there, or whatever it is. When you're looking, like, just go on to YouTube and look at recommended videos and see how much room it gives you to type. And when you're doing that title in that area, you want to put the most important parts in there. You don't want to have some super long title and everything like that. And that also goes with the thumbnail. So in the thumbnail, you can write things as you're seeing on the screen. You can be descriptive of what's in the video. It's going to pull more people in. A lot of the videos that I've put out that have been really popular have been pulled in because I described to them in the title what the video is about, but then I also elaborated on that in the thumbnail with a really cool picture that's going to grab their attention. That's another thing too. Just like the title, you want to grab their attention with the thumbnail. You can't have some boring gameplay footage thing, if you're doing like a Black Ops 2 video and you just have like the default picture that comes on there with no writing on it, no nothing, just the default picture of you like holding a gun running somewhere. That's not going to pull people in, because those type of things are done all the time through all kinds of videos. You want to stand out and you want your thumbnails to look like the ones on the screen, because that's how it's going to be really good. When you get partnered, you're actually able to upload any kind of thumbnail you want to. However, you have to follow the terms of service. You can't just have like copyrighted things up there. You can't put a picture of a girl with big boobs on there. You have to have the right to actually put those kind of pictures in the thumbnail. But once you do have the right to do that, for instance, I'll give you a situation where you can have full rights to do that. If I was uploading a Blizzard game, maybe a World of Warcraft guide or something like that, I would have a picture, so that it's World of Warcraft through the picture. It's some kind of Warcraft themed stuff. And then on there, say the video was how to make 100,000 gold in one day, then in the thumbnail you could also go into there more and say tips and tricks on how to do such a thing and blah 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 blah. You know what I'm talking about, and that's pretty much how it goes. Is you want to be a little bit more descriptive in the thumbnail. You want people to look at the thumbnail and know what your video is kind of about. If they look at the title and the thumbnail and they have a good generalization of what the video is about from both of those, then you have a really good chance of people clicking your video and watching your video. So for the last part in this video, I'm going to talk about 4 more things, and then next time we're going to talk about a lot more things, and I'm going to give you some kind of a preview on what's to come in the next video on talking about even more about getting more views. So the 4 things we're going to finish off this video with is going to be tags, annotation, description, and video responses. Now these things are very important as well for connecting your videos together, but at the same time getting more views. I'm going to feed off of the other videos, and you want people to be more interested in your videos, and tags are really good for pulling people more in. Now with a tag, as you can see on the screen, I'll have some pictures on tags that you could do when you're actually doing your video. You want to pick tags that are going to be pretty much matching you up with the videos that you want to be familiar with. For instance, if I'm a gaming YouTuber and I make very similar videos to, say, someone like Swifty, then in the tags I want to put similar things that he does. That way when someone watches a Swifty video, they see my video on the recommended side over there and they go, ooh, and I'll go look at that, because he gets a lot of traffic. Now it's not stealing somebody's idea or something like that. It's kind of like piggybacking. You're essentially putting in your tags very useful tags that describe your video, but at the same time describe other videos that bigger YouTubers have done as well. So for instance, if I made a video in Diablo 3 or World of Warcraft, say in World of Warcraft I made a video where I had this montage of critting people for a lot of damage, and then Swifty has put out a video before where he broke like the world record for damage in the game or something like that. So you could literally, in your tags, you could write something like Swifty damage record or something like that, something that kind of follows his type of thing, so that your video will be matched up where his is, because the whole point behind tags is you want to make sure that you're describing your video, you're not going against the terms of service, you're actually not lying, you're actually talking about what's in your video so it can get matched up in the correct area. And when it gets matched up in the correct area, then eventually people are going to see it. They may not see it right off the bat. Tags work slower than that. Tags don't really come into effect until later on down the line, but they do help you eventually on getting more views, especially if they're put in the right area on YouTube, because you want to be in the right area. If you just put like crappy tags, like say you don't even put tags at all, say you put like one tag and just put gaming, okay, how many thousands of videos on YouTube have gaming in their tags or have gaming in their video titles? So many. So the whole thing behind that is you're probably going to be matched up with something that has nothing to do with your particular video, and then people aren't going to click it. Because if someone has some kind of like, say I really like to see big crits on YouTube, and I want to see someone just get blown up in a gameplay footage. Well, I'm watching a Swifty video because he's done that a lot in the past, and I go, okay, alright, this is really good. This is a good video. I wish he would do more of these. And then I look over on the right and I see my video on there too that's similar to that, but it's completely different. Not stealing from him or anything, but my video's over there. And then I go, oh, who's that over there? And click that. It gets more people in. It gets more people's attention when you're in the right area on YouTube. The next thing I'm going to talk about here is going to be annotations. Now, why are annotations important? Are they easy to set up? I'll show you a demonstration on the screen of me setting up an annotation. It's something that's not that hard to do, and it really does benefit your videos a lot. You can actually track how many people are clicking your annotations, but we'll talk about that next time in analytics when I get into that next time. But as far as annotations go, as you're watching this video right now, if you're not watching it on a mobile device, if you're using like an iPad or something like that, I believe you can't see annotations. They haven't really come up with that kind of feature yet. But as far as watching it online, you'll see that there's annotations on the screen. Throughout this whole video, you're able to skip to parts that are more interesting for you to watch. Because the reason why you want to do that, especially for longer videos, like if you have a video that's 20 minutes long, you don't want people to watch the first minute or two and get bored because you didn't actually get to the part that they wanted to hear about. So what you can do is put an annotation on the bottom, and you can skip to parts of the video that they want to know about. So for instance, the last video that I put up, I talk about Sony Vegas, editing and everything like that, but that wasn't until like about 8 minutes into the video. So when people look at the video, they might have got bored in the first couple minutes, but because I put the annotation down there, they go, oh, skip to editing with Sony Vegas. Okay, and they click that, and boom, it goes right to that part in the video, and they get to actually watch that. Because you want people to watch the majority of your video. I mean, ideally you'd want them to watch the entire length of the video, but not everybody's going to do that, because some people, don't really have the attention spans to actually sit through an entire video, especially if it's longer. And that's, one really big factor. I'm going to talk about video length in the next part of the series. That's very, very important when it comes to putting out videos like that. However, with annotations, they're also good because you can have them linking your videos together as well. So let's say that perfect situation right here. This is part 3 of how to become a gaming YouTuber. There's part 2 and part 1 that I did, but I want people to watch that. Well, you can actually put annotations on there that'll link them to those videos that are similar to those videos. Like if you like this video, you'll really like this video type thing. And they can click that and they can go to it. Annotations are also used to kind of like update viewers on messages and everything like that, because you can't exactly go in and edit your video and change your video by a whole lot when you put up a video on YouTube. So if something happens and someone makes a comment down below and they say, hey, you forgot to mention this, blah blah blah, you can go back into the annotations and actually put that in there and go, oh, forgot to mention this, and say that or something too. Doesn't really get you more views, but it makes it more enjoyable for your viewer, and if your viewer is having a more enjoyable time, he's probably going to watch more of your videos. So essentially, you know, making the overall best you can about your videos is going to make people watch them more often. But as far as that goes, annotations, that's why annotations are really important, because they connect you to other videos that are on your channel, and they also connect you into parts of your video, especially on longer videos. On a shorter video, like 3 minutes, 4 minutes, it's not that important to put skip to annotations, but on the longer ones, it's very important. And mentioning skipping to other videos and connecting your videos together, video responses are also very important as well. The video response section down below, you can have it turned on so that people, you know, can upload their own video responses to your channel. What a lot of the bigger YouTubers do, and what I do, is we don't enable people to put their own videos in there. I mean, they can send videos to you, and if you approve it, then great. That's a setting in there you can turn on so that people have to get it approved before they put their videos in there. But the way that it helps you on getting more videos is, for instance, right here, you're looking at this video right now. Down below in the annotations, you can see that it's linked to part 2. Part 2 is on there because the last video that you did that is similar to this video, you want to put in your video response area down there. All you do is just click video response, click on the video you want to go to. Now you want to put a video that's similar to this video, and the reason for that is you don't, like for me, I put World of Warcraft and Diablo 3 on my channel. If I uploaded a Diablo 3 video, and my last video I uploaded was a World of Warcraft one, I'm not going to put the World of Warcraft one in my Diablo 3 video, because people are there for the Diablo 3, so they want to see other Diablo 3 videos. So put another, your newest Diablo 3 video before that one in your video responses. If you're doing something like that, if you have just all very similar games, say you only play Black Ops, okay, fine, just put the one that you did last time, so it connects people, so they can click that one and they can go back and they can go back and they can go back, and you want to make it easy for them to click it and just keep going back. And it does help out because it gets more people watching other videos of yours, and that's an important aspect on gaining more views. Now let's talk about what we're going to talk about next time. And next time we're going to talk about other YouTubers, networking, Facebook and Twitter, Google Analytics, Social Blade, setting goals, playlists, live streaming, contests. The list goes on. There's so many things that I'm going to talk about next time. So many things that I've used over the past year or so that I've been on YouTube that have really helped me out. And I want to thank you guys for watching this video. I mean, we did come up to about 20 minutes here. If I just kept going, this would have been like an hour-long video. So that's why I'm breaking this up into 2 parts. And I want to thank you once again for watching. And until next time, I'll see you later.
Cheers.